So we love read alouds. Our children love reading all together. They love when mommy and daddy read to them. Any moment of any day, a child will come up to you with a book and say, "Mommy, can you please read to me?" This is our favorite family read alouds. Welcome to Plan, Prep, Pray. Hey girlie, my name is Wendy and I am a homeschooling stay-at-home mom of 4 little ones, and on this channel we talk about all things homeschooling, home management, kids empowerment, and mommy self-care. So subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. So this is a collaboration with my friend Morgan, and let me just say she is hands down the most down-to-earth homeschool mama that I have met so far in my homeschool journey. She is just so like funny and just so nice, and like she's just really cool. So after this video, check out her read alouds. You are gonna love her. She's I don't know, she's just real, you know? Sometimes you just meet people that are just like, you really vibe with them, and I don't know, I like her. So check her out. So let's talk read alouds. Beginning with our first, we used to read to him a lot, like all the time, at night, before nap time, before we would do anything in the morning. We're constantly reading to him. I'm not sure why. Like, it wasn't like an intentional thing. It wasn't like oh, we've got to read to our child for a particular reason. It was just that it's just always been something that we've done. I think it has a lot to do with the fact that my husband really believes that your children have an advantage in a way if they have books in the home, if there are books for them to read, and if they're read to. And so it's just always been a part of the things that we do. And so when it was time to choose my favorite read alouds, it was really hard, and it was even hard for our kids. So I had them pick out a couple of their favorite read alouds and see what they came back with. And honestly, this is some of their favorite read alouds, but given the day, even that can change. But let me just give you some goodies. That way you can have some good resources to turn to. And I will link all the books down below in the description, okay? So the first one is The Little Mouse, The Red Ripe Strawberry, and The Big Hungry Bear. Now this book is so cute and so funny. Our little ones usually really like it, but I'm not gonna lie to you, my 8-year-old still curls up when I open up this one and sits down and reads with us. You can tell that it's loved. The way that you can tell in my house that a book is loved is if the corners are chewed. So if the corners have been gnawed, you can tell that is a beloved book in our home. So this one definitely is. Full of pictures. It's a board book, so that helps it withstand toddlers and babies and rough hands. But it is just such a good one. I would definitely 100% recommend that every home library should have this book. Now the next one that our little one picked up was We're Going on a Bear Hunt. Now this one, oh my goodness, they love acting it out and swishy swashy, and what's that? A big wet, like they love this book. Like this one, run, up the stairs, back the, you know, so they love this book. This book is also a very well-loved book. If you went through this book, you would find corners missing of a board book. So that lets you know that it's loved. I told you. You would find written on when they were like, oh, it's black and white. It just needs some color, you know? So definitely We're Going on a Bear Hunt is a family favorite. The next one is I Am Enough. Now, my daughter picked this one out, and it is just, and my husband loves reading it to my daughter, and it is just a beautiful book talking about I think it's mostly for girls, to be honest, but a boy can read it as well. But it just has a lot of girl empowerment. It's like the birds, I'm here to fly and soar high over everything. Like the trees, I'm here to grow. Like the mountains, here to stand. Like time, I'm here to be and be everything I can. Like the heart, I'm here to love. And it's just a beautiful, beautiful book. And one thing that I love about it is the diversity that you'll see in this book. You'll see brown girls and black girls or darker brown girls and white girls and just all sorts of different Chinese girls and just all sorts of different cultures and races, and it's just a beautifully diverse book. And at the end, you know, I am enough. I love it. So this is a very inspirational book, so I would definitely recommend this book to have in your home library for your read alouds. How will we get to the beach? And they love guessing what is missing. Like then we'll ride our bike to the beach, she said, but something could go with them. What was it? And so they love figuring out, even though they've read this book possibly 501 times, they love trying to figure out what is missing, even though I'm pretty sure they know. But this one is well loved and read at least 3 times a week. So definitely recommend How Will We Get to the Beach? A guessing game story. So I definitely recommend this one. These last 2 books were picked out by my oldest, and he is completely right. These are like even my favorites, and that is the Snitches. Now, I've got this one memorized. Now I'm going to give you just the first page without looking. Now, the star-belly Snitches had bellies with stars. The plain-belly Snitches had none upon theirs. Those stars weren't so big. They were really so small. You might think such a thing wouldn't matter at all. But because they had stars, all the star-belly Snitches would brag, we're the best kind of Snitches on the beaches. With their snoots in the air, they would sniff and they snort. We'll have nothing to do with the plain-belly sort. And I can keep going. That lets you know that I've read this book since my little one was born, or since my first one was born. So almost 9 years of reading this book on a daily basis, and I've got it down packed. It is such a great book about loving yourself as well as accepting others, even if they're different. And there's just such a message behind realizing that we are all the same. In a lot of ways, we are all, that these little things that we focus on that make us different are not really what matters, but what matters is that we're all the same. And it's a good book. Pick it up, you'll love it. The Snitches. And last, and definitely not least, because I can probably do about 5 favorite read aloud videos, but last for this one is Where the Sidewalk Ends by Shel Silverstein. And you can tell this book is loved because there's a stain on here that I don't know what it is, but we're keeping this book. And this book is and it's my oldest one that picked it up because he just loves to read this book and have us read it to him, and we can all understand it and read it as a family. And it's just so funny. There's so many great poems in here. I remember reading this book as a child. My husband remembers reading this book as a child. This is such a family favorite for us. Definitely recommend this. Definitely. Question of the day. What are your favorite read aloud books? Let me know. And don't forget to watch my girl Morgan and check out some of her favorite read aloud books, and subscribe, hit the notification bell so you don't miss a thing. I will see you next time. Bye. And I'm just gonna give you the first page without looking, right? Now, the Starberry Snitches.